And today we are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Sushant Kumar, who's the founder and principal at SNK Ventures, as well as Indus Capital NY as well. He's also an investment banker, has spoken at the TEDx speaker as well. Very interesting, and he's been making his way through the Indian markets as well, investing in a lot of startups here as well. Right. So, Sushant, I want to give our viewers your first investment strategy, your profile. How do you look at it? What have you been doing in this Indian ecosystem? How are you seeing that as well in the startup world?
First of all, thanks for your time and taking it off. And first, I was an investor based out of the New York and mostly California-based gaming, as well as AI and other startups. And recently, we have a huge investment plan in India. As well as Europe and other countries, but India is prime facie investment. We are doing it, and recently we have invested into healthcare. We have into FMCGs. Also, we have invested into different kind of AI and others, deep learning, both in the main areas. And at present, in this quarter, we want to invest closer to $500 million right now. And total investment portfolio, I bring around about $750 million. So this is what the game plan for SKN Ventures right now.
That's interesting, but anything you're talking about, so many sectors I'm finding interesting. Talk to me about any of your latest investments you've made. What is it that you're finding attractive? Where is it that the latest investment is coming in as?
Latest, as I told you, we invested in the healthcare SOS-based startup. So this startup is coming up based out of Delhi, NCR and Gurgaon.
Okay.
And recently, under the Tanj Hospitality, I'm doing a Tanj group of hotels.
Okay.
So which is a 5-star group of hotels, which will also provide to tier 2, tier 3 cities, which is around about $150 million. And AI we are doing based out of Mumbai, tie-off with IIT Mumbai and IIT Delhi. So we are doing closer to $10 million startup there. And recently I am tied up with few upcoming IIMs, Indian Institute of Management. So for the student-based ecosystem, where the incubation-based funding, we are doing it right now.
Okay, that's interesting, And I just want to touch a bit more upon AI, tech, digital. The transformation has taken place so fast in India that we've seen. In the last couple of years, AI has become that word. And, that is why you are also talking about that AI startup, in the Bombay-based startup. How do you see other startup ecosystems actually adapting to this digital change? Because it's a very big transformation we're seeing in this whole ecosystem.
Right. So first of all, AI is a huge, from the likes of Microsoft to the Apple to the Google to the startup, it is coming in across. So we are the first of its own kind in the hospitality industry. We are doing the AI, which will benefit tier 2, tier 3 cities hospitality, like, not only the 5 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, as well as this is a very unique concept we are bringing to get the best of the customer base, customer experience, etc., which is on the flagship of Tanj Hospitality. And apart from that, the AI which we are developing is India-based gaming system, which is more, you can say, how our ethnic-based gaming or our basically different kind of gaming based on our epics and all. So those are the one which is coming up very recently.
Okay, that's interesting. I want to talk about the concerns whenever we talk about startup is about funding winter, right? Since last year after festive season got over, time and again, it has been month after month that we heard that, there's a funding winter, startups are not getting funding. What is the situation now? Do you think that's actually going to start improving now? And, maybe everyone will start coming back and that ecosystem will start seeing an improvement in terms of the funding?
That's right. First of all, it was earlier, if you look at it, the earlier ecosystem, it was based on mostly the SoftBank-based funding or Ant Capital or from the Chinese funding. Recently, lots of Indian investors, not only from the bigger houses like the world of Tatas and the Birlas, and also the tier 2, tier 3 investors, also from the Ivy League, who is currently investing in India. So if you look at it now, lots of Indian-based entrepreneurs, Indian-based PE funds are coming to our country, and in a post G20, it is accelerated a little more now.
So you're seeing more funding, so we could expect that Indian ecosystem to improve even further, because that is. Do you think across the globe also investors are finding it quite attractive in terms of the Indian startup as well then?
Yes. No more Indian startups are no more, it's in India, because if you look at it, most of the bigger companies have started the shop in India. So they are catering to the entire global audiences. Also, they're catering to the 2/3 of the world's. If you talk about FMCG market, if you talk about healthcare market, if you talk about your fintech market, if you talk about insurance or whatever you like to say, we are catering to the entire globe. It is no more a BPO or IT industry. It's more across the globe, across all sectors, and penetrating through AI.
Absolutely. We are all across the globe, and our ecosystem improving, that is also something that, overall, even the government has been focusing on improving our ecosystem as well. Given, obviously you were talking about how you've been a global investor as well, coming to India. Is there any specific difference or, you think that one should work on in the Indian ecosystem that could be different or that is differentiating between the globe as well as India and the startup world?
In a very simple way, let's say you are paying $100 for a Hollywood movies, which is catering across globe. The stars are paid more because it's going global. Same way, you are not paying same amount to the Bollywood movies because it's coming in the very local audience. But now it is all global. So the funding is pretty easier. Let's say if I'm investing, $100 odd million in an Indian startup, the name is only India, but the rest is going across global.
So that is what is making the funding also improvement in India as well.
See, look at the scenario, how it happened with Microsoft and Google back in those days.
Yeah.
Because it started from US, they catered to the entire world. Now it's starting from Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, or tier 2 cities. It is catering to the across the globe, and we are catering there. So that's where it's coming.
So surely the Indian ecosystem in terms of the world of startup has surely been improving, and we have leaps and bounds to go in the Indian startup world as well. But you are doing quite well, not only in the startup world that you're talking about, but philanthropy as well, right? I was hearing that, and you have made some donations to IIM as well recently, I believe. And that's something very generous.
No, first of all, I like to put it very simple. We are encouraging lots of incubation based out of the colleges. See, the two challenges faced by the most of the students. One is the job security, salary security, and the parents has taken huge amount of loan for their studies. So we do support them. Let's say even if the startup never earns for 2 to 3 years, the founder gets his own salary, he takes his own home thing, and also he pays his study loans, which happens across a year. So that's why I started with IIM-Sambalpur recently with a small amount of 2 million. And recently I'm moving ahead with various foundations and start going there and going in a larger way
to support more startups, to support more generations ahead to actually come and take that step ahead, because sometimes you worry as a new person who wants to start their business. There is a fear, right, of what to do, and that's something we'll be supporting a lot.
Especially apart from startup, we are also encouraging lots of female startups, female leader startups. Based on various groups and not only the IT, non-IT also, because if you look at the Indian ecosystem, it ends with IT. I'm going beyond that.
So beyond IT is where we should be looking at as well.
Let's talk about cookery, let's talk about healthcare, let's talk about other sectors.
Other sectors as well. And which sectors are you finding very attractive right now, or where do you see that growth coming in the startup world in terms of a lot of startups?
First is F&B industry. As I told you, through Tanj, hospitality is the hospitality involved, and also the spending capability has increased. So we are looking at education industry also, and based on that, we just start moving there.
Okay, Sushant, that was really interesting. A lot that you have done, and really interesting to know about the Indian startups ecosystem as well. So thank you so much, Sushant, for joining in with us. It's a pleasure having you on the show, and thank you so much for all your time today.
Thank you. Thanks.